Hey, welcome back to my channel. Or if you're a new viewer, hi, my name's Michelle. Thank you so much for coming by to hang out today. So for today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys my rules for this low buy for this year, for 2021. So if you were watching the last video that I posted concerning this topic, I was talking to you guys about all of the reasons why I wanted to do a low buy this year. I went pretty far into detail about all of those reasons. I had quite a few. But I knew that if I tried to put all of this into one video, the video was going to be crazy long, and I figured I would share this with you in a separate video as far as what my rules are, so this video shouldn't be too long. So for this low buy, I'm not just going to have rules that I need to follow, but I also am going to have a budget that I need to adhere to. I knew that if I didn't give myself a strict budget, then I would really push the boundaries on those rules, because I just know how I am and how I am with makeup spending, and I definitely would spend more than I need to. So I have very specific rules and I have a budget. So my budget for this year, and I'm going to do this all the way through 2021, is going to be $150 a month. Now, when you sit and think about that number as a whole, it sounds like a lot of money, and it is, don't get me wrong. But in comparison to what I was spending before, it's minimal. It's nothing. So I think, and that's to buy any kind of makeup product at all. My eyebrow pencil alone is $23, and I go through at least one of those a month. So that's $23 right off the top. So now I'm down to like $120 some dollars. So I wanted to really be able to do something that was attainable and something there where I wasn't going to feel like I was unhappy with what I was doing with this low buy. I want it to be attainable, but I also want to save money. So that's why I gave myself the budget of $150 a month. And $150 again covers everything. So foundations, palettes, new releases, whatever, repurchases, it covers all of it. I was really debating on whether or not I wanted to let that budget roll over into the next month if I didn't use it all, because I just don't want to get in that way of thinking where if I don't use it all in one month, the next month I have, say, $200 or $250 or whatever. I don't want to get into the point where it's like I'm blowing a bunch of money just because I have that budget to spend. So I think I'm going to have to really take that as it comes and just see how I feel about it. This whole thing is really new to me. I've never done a low buy before, but I do need rules for myself, and I need to be able to adhere to my budget. So let's get into the rules. I'm going to say for at least the first 6 months, I'm not allowed to buy any blush at all. I have well over 50 blushes in my collection. Probably, honestly, I don't know how many, but way more than any one person could ever use in a lifetime. So it's pink powder. It's pink powder. If I was to swatch all those out, I don't know how much variation there would be between some of those. In my mind, there's variation because I know what they are and because I've used them so much that I can tell. But once they're on the cheeks, a lot of them, like different tones, you can tell the difference between, obviously. But when it's like the same shades, you're never going to be able to tell the difference between that when it's on the face. So I'm not allowed to buy any blushes between now and June. And then after that, we'll revisit, and if I still feel okay with that, we'll keep rolling with it till the end of the year. The next thing I have on here is that I'm only allowed to buy 2 new eyeshadow palettes a month. So this past year, I bought 50 eyeshadow palettes. That means I bought 1 palette a week. So 4 palettes a month, basically. I've chopped that in half. I'm only allowed to buy 2 a month now, and that goes into my budget. So if the 2 palettes that I buy equal up to $90, then I've only got, $60 left within my budget to spend. So these are all factors that I'm going to be considering now that I never even thought about before. The next thing I have listed on here is that I'm not allowed to buy any more skincare unless it is a staple repurchase. I have so much skincare in here that's expiring right now, stuff that I got in BoxyCharm boxes, I got Ipsy bags, Birch boxes, whatever. I have so many samples that I got from buying stuff from Sephora or Ulta. I just have so much skincare. So I'm not going to allow myself to buy any more skincare unless it's like my Lancome serum, because it's something I really can't live without. My Curology cream that I use every month, that's something that I feel like I need, so I'll continue to purchase that. And then the other thing is my moisturizer. I usually use the Belif True Cream Aqua Bomb. So those are the few things that I will allow myself to repurchase, because it's just, I'm replenishing my routine basically. But anything else other than that, I'm not going to buy. I'm also not going to allow myself to buy any primers unless it is a staple repurchase. And really, the only primer that I've been using consistently, well, 2. I've been using the Smashbox Oil and Shine Control Primer, and then Dr. Brandt Pores No More. Those are the two primers that I've been using consistently over the past year, more so than anything else that I have. So I'm not going to allow myself to buy any more primers unless it is one of those two because I ran out. I have probably 50 or so primers in my drawer right now, and none of them are getting used. So I feel like if I really want to test something out, I'll just test something that's already in my collection. Okay, moving down the list, I'm not allowed to buy any more makeup brushes unless one of my current brushes that I use all the time falls apart. I have a lot of really fantastic brushes. Actually, I would really like to do a favorite brushes video. If you guys are interested in watching that, let me know down below and I will definitely film that for you. I've been wanting to do it for a while and that video idea just keeps getting pushed aside. But I have a lot of fantastic brushes. I don't really need to buy anymore. And last year, I went hard. Like, I bought a bunch of Sonia G brushes. I bought some Esom. What else did I buy? I just bought a lot of brushes last year, a lot of good brushes, so I really don't need to be buying any this year. I'm also not allowed to buy any more mascaras unless it is a repurchase of something that I'm currently in love with. Like, if I ran out of my Benefit Roller Lash and I don't already have like a sample size, I'm going to allow myself to repurchase this. But other than that, I have an entire drawer full of mascaras that are still in the box, samples. I mean, more mascaras than I can count on both my hands and my feet. So I don't need to be buying any more mascaras unless it's something that I really, really love and, I'm out of. The next rule that I have on here is that I'm not allowed to buy any more loose pigments. So I bought like 17 of Tammy Tenuka's loose pigments several months ago, and I've only dipped into them like maybe once or twice since that video, which is a shame because they are fantastic pigments. I also bought a bunch from Peaches and Cream Makeup. What else do I have? I think I have some from Kristen Lee Cosmetics. I just have a lot. I have a lot of loose pigments, and I don't ever use them, so why am I going to purchase more? So I think this will really allow me to use what's already in my collection instead of buying a bunch more stuff that's just going to sit and collect dust. So over the course of the next year, or at least the next 6 months, we will do a midpoint check-in in June, and I'll let you know how things are going. And we will maybe revisit the rules and if I want to change something. This is something also that I kind of wanted to put out there. This is my low buy. So if at any point I'm not happy with one of these rules, or if I'm having a really hard time with adhering to something, or if I want to switch something up, like, this is my low buy. So I just want to put that out there. I'm going to do my very best to adhere to this and to be responsible and to save money. I mean, obviously that's why I'm doing this to begin with. But you know what? I'm only human. So if one month I decide, oh, but I really want to buy an extra palette because, I don't know, maybe they had a lot of good eyeshadow palette releases in one month. And if I'm doing good considerably like in other months, I'm not going to beat myself up for it. So I just want to, again, put that out there because I don't want to be attacked if I happen to go back on one of these rules at some point or another. I'm human. Us humans, we do things like that sometimes. So I'm also not going to allow myself to buy any face palettes. I have 2 drawers of face palettes, and I just don't use them enough. I don't use face palettes that often, so I want to start using them. I definitely don't need any more. I'm not allowed to buy any this year. I also want to I was asking my daughter what she thought, like, what rules do you think I should add in here? Because she knows the kind of collection that I have, and she goes, no lipsticks. I said, I kind of agree with that, but I also really struggle with finding lipsticks that I like even in my own collection, because I blindly bought a lot of lipsticks online, so I really need to declutter that area to see what I'm left with. So for now, I'll say no lipsticks, but that might be something that I change in the future. That doesn't include glosses. I'm just talking about bullet lipsticks. No more bullet lipsticks right now. I also have on here that I'm only allowed to buy one foundation in any given month. I have talked about this numerous times about my foundation collection. If you've been around for a while, you know that I'm a foundation freak. I've got a lot of foundations, and my daughter was like, you don't need to buy any more. Like, you shouldn't buy any more all year long. And part of me really wanted to do that, but the other part of me really enjoys reviewing foundation. I just truly enjoy it. I enjoy reviewing it here on my channel for you guys. I like doing it for my own benefit. So I didn't want to make it to where I couldn't buy any at all because I knew that would make me unhappy. So I am going to allow myself to buy one foundation in any given month. Doesn't mean I have to buy one, but if one comes out that I really want to try out, I'm going to buy it. That is pretty much all that I have written down. I didn't put any limits on bronzer because I don't have a crazy bronzer collection at the moment. So I didn't put any limits on that. I really don't buy a whole lot of, well, I don't buy any like liquid liners at all because I've got hooded eyes. There's no need for me to even, fool with those. I don't buy lip pencils anymore because I bought the ColourPop box of lippy pencils and it pretty much takes care of all my lip pencil needs. I didn't include highlighters because I've really gotten into like the colorful, exciting, shifty highlighters here lately, and I don't want to limit myself on that right now. So again, I do have the ability to alter this list if I want to add stuff to it, take stuff away. So I'm really going to try to update you guys like once a month on how my low buy is going, if I've broken any rules, or if I'm adhering what I bought during the month. And oh, one last thing, I'm going to give myself one free pass a month. So if one particular month a blush comes out and I'm like, I don't care, like I have to have that blush, I'm going to give myself a free pass and let myself buy that blush. But only one free pass, so I can't break 2 rules in the same month. I'm allowed to give myself 1 pass. You know what? We'll see how this goes. I might do this and I might really hate it, and I might say, you know what? Screw these rules. I'm just only going to stick to a budget, and that's that. And if that's the case, I will let you guys know that. But as of right now, this is how I'm feeling about things. This is how I would like to take my channel in 2021. Just be more mindful about what I'm purchasing and use what I own. Really get some use out of the products that are already in my collection. I gotta be honest, I'm really excited about this low buy. I'm excited to get creative with what I already own, to rediscover products that I haven't even used in a while or that I never got to use. I'm just really excited about this whole thing. I'm excited about the different types of content that I get to film because I'm doing this. I hope you guys are just as excited as I am. I hope you're open and willing to seeing different content from me this year. I can't wait. I am stoked about it. I am going to be doing a makeup inventory here really soon, and I'm going to share with you guys the craziness that is my makeup collection. Maybe I'll do like an updated makeup collection video. I feel like I just did one of those. I mean, my collection has grown a little bit since then, but I don't know. Maybe we'll hold off. Maybe we'll do that in June. I do want to do some declutters. We got to get some of this crap out of here. The stuff that I'm bringing in, I want it to be stuff that I'm being super choosy about, and I just want my collection to be a little bit more curated to what I actually want and what I actually love having in my collection. So if you guys like this idea of me doing a low buy, or if you're on a low buy, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. Not only does it let me know that you like this kind of content from me, but it also lets YouTube know, which means it'll push this video out there for more people to see, and I'm super grateful when you guys take the time to do that. If you've made it this far in the video but you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, please don't forget to do that also. Ring the notification bell so you don't miss my future uploads, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye.